finally here. Episode 8 of the Tirus Show. Sorry it has took me weeks and weeks and weeks to come out with another episode. Just things in my life at the minute are just, all over the show. Today, the episode is called Switching It Up. Now, that, in my eyes, is the best name I could come up with. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I suggest not getting a Nintendo Switch right now, and I'm going to give you 3 rock solid reasons why. First reason is going to be the launch lineup, the games, the quality of the games, and the prices. 2 will be the hardware, the peripherals, and 1 will be bad habits they have blatantly took from other publishers and other platforms which you'd think they would try and avoid because they do tend to piss people off. Here we go, number 3. The launch lineup. What can I say about the launch lineup for the Nintendo Switch that you don't already know? It's shit. Now, I'm not saying the whole Nintendo Switch thing is shit. I'm saying the launch lineup, for me personally, there's like one game, literally one game that I would buy, and that would be it. The rest of them are just, what would you say when you're buying presents for kids at Christmas for the wee cheap ones? Stocking fillers. Aye. The rest of them are just stocking fillers, just so they can actually say there's more than one game available. That's literally it. Legend of Zelda, which is going to be discussed in more thoroughly in Reason 1. Now, I don't know about you, but so I hear some of you are probably saying, but Tirus, wait, Mario Kart. Wrong. Mario Kart Wii U.
Target down.
Exact same, just higher resolution, and those 2 map packs that the Wii U brought out, you get them in the game. But it's charging you for a brand new game at full price, so no. Number 2.
Order the rest of our forces to stay
The
back
console itself, for me, it's not priced too high. 280 I think that's alright for what they're offering. Yeah, I think that's actually spot on for what they're offering. Peripherals, on the other hand, I don't understand why half of them even exist. I mean, when you're holding the Switch in your hands, you have them on either side. Now, what would possess you to give up seeing it at a comfortable distance, right in front of your face, and to put it down with the little stand on the back and take the 2 Wii remotes off and sit there like a wee with a wee tiny remote in each hand? Why? I know you get a little piece of plastic that comes with it that you slide them on. It's basically a remote, but that in itself, in my opinion, eliminates the need for the Pro Remote. Now, the Pro Remote for the Wii U and the Wii made sense. It did. It made sense. If you came to the Wii or the Wii U from, say, a PlayStation 3 or a 360, you weren't used to the whole motion control stuff, you know. The Pro Remote made sense because it was comfortable, it was familiar. If you didn't like the touchscreen sort of stuff of the Wii U, in certain games which, you know, didn't require it, you could just use the remotes, the buttons. You could, you know, you could just use that. You wouldn't even need the touchscreen. I mean, I remember doing it. My kids would use the touchpad. Sorry, the Wii U gamepad. Sorry, I'll use the proper names for it. I'd use the Pro Remote. My wife would use the Wii Remote, and my oldest daughter would use the Wii Remote as well. So, you know, it did come in handy depending on what you used it for. Now, the other peripherals, which are just, you know, the usual cannon fodder, like most of it, it's, unless you're like a hardcore Nintendo fan that has to have everything for that system, it does not appeal. It does not appeal. If there was something like what would I say would be a decent peripheral. Hell, I don't even know what you would need as a decent peripheral for a handheld console. That's what it is. It's a handheld console that instead of having a wire to plug into it and into your TV like the PlayStation Portable. Remember the PlayStation Portable? You could get a cable, plug into the portable, and then you could plug the cable into the TV, and you could watch your UMD movies on the TV. That's basically all the Switch's dock is instead of a big cable, it's a dock with a lead that comes out of it that plugs into your TV. The Switch in its entirety, to me, is a useless exercise. I like the Nintendo games, don't get me wrong. I like Mario, I like Zelda, I like Smash Brothers, but that's it. That is literally it. I mean, the only reason I even own a Wii U is because my wife and children asked me to get one. The only reason I have a Wii is because I won it in a gaming competition, you know, like 6-7 months after it came out. The only reason I had either of them, because there is, to me, Nintendo is losing relevance. It's not staying relevant, it's staying in the shadow of its former self. It used to be the dog's balls when it came to consoles. It and Sega. Now times have changed, it's PlayStation and Xbox, or Sony and Microsoft. But instead of seeing what they're doing right and seeing what they're doing wrong and taking from that, they're repeating it. They're bringing out an inadequate piece of hardware like Microsoft did do. Yes, I'm an Xbox fan, I love my Xbox One, but at the time, considering what they did with the PlayStation 4, you know, 2.2 teraflops compared to 1.3, what were they thinking? And enough of that, or I'd waste the rest of the time of my video on that. Sorry, kind of opinionated. And they need to get relevance back again, right? They need to get third-party support and keep it this time, not lose it after a year. One, right. DLC habits. And what I mean about DLC habits is, I mean, you make a game, the game is finished, and then you cut chunks off as DLC. Now, the main reason I said no to buying the Nintendo Switch and buying Legend of Zelda, yes, the one game I said I would buy for it, is because they have took a chunk of the game off and put it behind a paid content wall. Yes, you heard me. They took the hardest mode in the game. They actually took part of the game, a difficulty level, right, out, and you don't get it unless you buy the season pass. Now, there's no viable reason to have the season pass at the start. There never is. Well, unless it's Battlefield where you get a couple of battle packs, it's stupid stuff, right? It's never viable. It's never worth having it unless you know you're going to stay interested in that game. Now, for me, taking content away and putting it behind a paid DLC wall is a bad habit that Nintendo has copied from EA and 2K. 2K's done. Most recently that I know of, 2K did it when it was Metro Last Light. If you remember Metro Last Light, when it came out, the pre-order bonus for this game, this was back when every game came out and it had to have a particular pre-order bonus. You know, this pre-order bonus was Ranger mode, but you'd be forgiven in thinking that Ranger mode was like an extra thing, like say a Horde mode in Gears of War or something like that. No, Ranger mode was the way the developers had actually intended you to play the game. The hardest difficulty, realistic, you know, less ammo, less health, no HUD, stuff like that. You know, they put it behind a paid DLC wall, just like Nintendo's done with Legend of Zelda. Now, that is a bad habit, which you'd think they would not have picked up, and that is for that exact reason I will not touch a Nintendo Switch. I mean, you know, purchasing wise, I have held one, I have had a go on one. But it's for that reason. Because if they do that now at the start of their generation, unless it has a severely negative impact on that game's sales, that habit's there to stay. It's like microtransactions. Once they know they're going to make extra money through that, they will never go away. And now they're in most games. Even Battlefield has them. Call of Duty rapes the crap out of them now. They have COD points. They've went one step further. You know what I mean? Nah, that's it. That's it for me. See ya.